I know that so many of you will be stressing right now. Your exams are around the corner. You've got all these subjects that you have to study for, and you're going to need to work smart over the coming few weeks. It can be quite overwhelming when you've downloaded previous year's exam papers and you've got to do all of them for all the different subjects. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a technique that will be saving you time and have the maximum impact on your revision. This technique can be used by both GCSE and A-level maths students. Many students often ask me, "Sir, how should I revise from exam papers? I mean, how do I do it? Is there a specific way? How often do the questions change? Are there particular questions I should be looking out for?" So on and so forth. And they are very overwhelmed because they've left it so late or there's just so much to do. The method that I'm going to be sharing with you is refined and focused towards your strengths and your weaknesses. So let's dive straight in on this technique on how you should be using past exam papers. First of all, pick and download an exam paper that you want to go through. Depending where you're at with your revision and how confident you're feeling right now in mathematics, you may want to go through the entire paper in one go or go through it question by question and then look up the answers each time. If you've just started your revision and you've got a solid few weeks ahead of you until your exam, then what I suggest you do is go through it question by question. But there is a specific way that you should do this. For each question, answer the question independently, all by yourself, without any help. So read through the question at least twice, highlight any key bits of information that you feel is important and sticks out to you. Try to figure out what topic you might need and the mathematical formulas or number facts associated with that topic. And then just give it your best shot. After you've completed the question, skip ahead on the mark scheme or the video walkthrough solutions to the final answer. If the answer matches your answer, great, move on. But make sure that you include sufficient working out. Often I've marked papers and students have managed to obtain the correct answer flukily, if that's a word, by doing the wrong methods and having the incorrect understanding. So examiners will pick up on these things and maybe not award you any marks at all. So make sure that you've shown the correct and also sufficient working out. Now, if you didn't get the correct answer, then what you want to do is skip to the beginning of the video walkthrough solution and then go step by step through the working out and the explanation. Make a separate note of things that you didn't know. For example, diagrams that you didn't draw that you needed to. Maybe mathematical formulas that you didn't know. It could even be that you didn't fully comprehend and process in your head what that question was actually asking you to do. As you go through the answers to each question, your brain will start making connections with that particular topic and deepen your understanding of the methods that you need to answer those questions. Going through the solutions, you might be like, "Oh, damn, I didn't do that. That's what I forgot to do." Or, "You know what? I expanded that out and I got the wrong answer and I continued the wrong answer throughout and I used it in my final answer, getting the answer wrong, but I actually knew what to do." It could be anything like that. But it's really important that you've done the question independently on your own, because the mistakes that you've made will be the mistakes that you will learn from. This experience of understanding your specific mistakes is the vital part of this. You see, mistakes aren't necessarily a bad thing. We can learn valuable lessons from our mistakes. Take this, for example. Imagine a young child who has never experienced the burning sensation of touching a hot flame. If they accidentally touch a hot flame for the first time, their brain will make a connection with the mistake that is associated with touching that hot flame. And the next time that they see a hot open flame, do you think they'll be inclined to go near it, let alone touch it? Of course not. Their brain will say, "Hey, don't come near this again. Remember what happened the last time." In the same way, when you make mistakes on exam questions, your brain, having made those connections with that question, will say to you, "Hey, do you remember what happened the last time? You used this method, it didn't work. This is the method that you needed." And it will be able to recall those experiences of having done that question previously. Now, it may be that you still don't understand how to do particular questions, no matter how many times that you've come across it. And that's fine. As long as you are being exposed to these types of questions, your brain will continue to make those connections and with the particular techniques that you need, the formulas, the diagrams that you might use. And this is the experience that you will benefit from. One of two things will happen. Either you'll get that topic now and you can move on and conquer the next topic, or you may find that you still don't get it. This may mean that you are actually lacking in the basic understanding of that topic. And you need to make a separate list of those topics so you can study them independently. These will be topics that you've identified as your weaknesses. To focus on your weak topic areas, you can go and look up a video on that topic. And to do this, you can use the YouTube website version on your laptop or computer. You can go to the search facility on the channel and type in any keywords associated with that topic. For example, if you're struggling with trigonometry, then you can type in trigonometry and it will show you all the videos related to trigonometry. Or let's say you're stuck on upper and lower bounds. You can type in a keyword like upper and it will show you all the videos related to the upper and lower bounds. And go and watch those videos, make good notes on them. And then what you want to do is go and find those exam questions based around those topics and answer them. Implementing this type of strategy will save you time and it will work on your weaknesses. The idea is, having done several exam papers like this, you will start to become more familiar with those topics and their methods. And by the time you reach closer to your exams, you will hopefully be smashing out these papers from start to the end and getting them correct. Now, of course, examiners like to have a bit of fun, and every year they like to throw in those curveball questions that no one has ever seen before and everyone talks about after the exam. This may happen to you and you might be worried about it happening to you. But don't stress too much about this, because if you notice, those types of questions carry very few marks, and the examiners deliberately do this so as not to jeopardize the pass rates for the students in that year. Usually these questions are designed to stretch the more able students and make them earn their grade 9. And also maybe give them some bragging rights on results day. Let me know how this works out for you. And if you've got a good revision technique that you want to share with your fellow students, then please leave it in the comments. I want to wish you guys happy times revising and wish you the best of success in your exam. I know that you're going to ace this, guys. I'm right behind you. Let's go.